I mean, perhaps I should make t-shirts with, like, never been kissed on them, and then they might work as a kind of advert, or against me, or just an idea because I'm a sad loner. I think I'm kind of a curious case because I'm kind of open to everybody, but I identify as being, I'd say I was 90% straight, 10% possibly bendable for a drag queen, because I don't believe, I'm one of those people that doesn't believe anybody can be 100% straight or 100% gay. I think that you can be 99% gay or straight, but not entirely, because anything is possible. You know, you could wake up one day and think, you know, hell, I like the opposite sex, or I like the same sex, or something. You can't block out an entire category of people, and I wouldn't want to do that. But I'd say I was 90% straight. But I really admire the style of sort of the gay community. I like how they've developed their own kind of sort of the bright and pop kind of styles, and the makeup and stuff I really love, and the music as well I'm really into. So yeah, you know, I'm really open to sort of gay people, but I'm not one. But I like to be around gay people because I know quite a few of them, and I find them more relaxed company because I'm most comfortable in an environment where people are thinking, you know, who cares, fuck this, I can say what I want, do what I want, without kind of the barriers that you tend to get around people who are predominantly heterosexual. I seem to find that being in this kind of community, I don't feel comfortable because in the back of my mind I'm thinking, I know I'm not exactly the same as you. In fact, I'm far from the same as you. You know, I've got plenty of heterosexual friends, don't get me wrong, but they can never sort of really get to me and understand me fully the way that my homosexual friends seem to be able to. Because being trans is different to being homosexual, but it's like you're still ostracized for it by the majority of society. It's still a minority group, however strong the people of it may be, and however they may deny it, however we may kind of try and equalize ourselves. I don't think this society will ever be entirely accepting. And it's wrong, but that's how I see it. It will never be 100% acceptable to society to see a gay couple, or to acknowledge the idea of people changing their gender. People just don't seem to, it doesn't seem right to a lot of people, and, you know, I don't hold that against them because that's how they've grown up. You know, it's not exactly a prejudice, but it's lack of knowledge, lack of experience, because it doesn't apply to them. It's simple as that. If you're straight and you're cisgendered, I think that's the word, probably pronounced it wrong, which basically means if you're born in the right body and, you know, you like the opposite sex, you're heterosexual, like the majority of people are, then it can, I suppose, I can see it from their point of view, it would be very difficult to contemplate the idea of these kind of scary, alienated groups that are slowly making their way into our acceptance. And so I can see why they would be detrimental. And I mean, whether this is the same for a lot of trans people, but a lot of the time you feel like you're sort of floating in the middle of the sea on your own. Nobody really to sort of turn to because there's nobody, well, I don't actually know any other trans people kind of on a day-to-day basis that I could talk to who would fully understand the situation, so it's kind of difficult. You're sort of left to cope alone, and I've never really been very good at coping with shit on my own, so it is a challenge for me. And on like a final note, I mean, it leaves you sort of wondering if your whole life is going to be like that, you know, feeling a lot different. I'm hoping my life won't turn out like that. I'm hoping I will find a selection of people who do understand and do appreciate who I am really. and that I can, manage to escape these barriers and run to the light, as you may say. So yeah, I'm going to conclude this vlog by saying that, life doesn't have to stay the way it's always been before. You can change it, and you can change. Like Julissa Ciccone said in her transgender speech ages ago, but I watched it and I loved it, and she said you can change, and it's true, you can change.